Introduction. Thanksgiving is one of the most beloved holidays in the United States, celebrated by families across the nation with feasts, football, and family gatherings. But have you ever wondered how this tradition came to be and how it became an official national holiday? In this video, we'll explore the history of Thanksgiving from its humble beginnings to its establishment as a national day of thanks and reflection. Let's dive into the story of how Thanksgiving became a holiday that brings millions together every November. The first Thanksgiving. The roots of Thanksgiving trace back to the early days of Colonial America. In 1621, the Pilgrims at Plymouth Colony, in present-day Massachusetts, celebrated what is considered the first Thanksgiving with a feast shared with the Wampanoag people. After a difficult first winter, in which many settlers perished due to harsh conditions, disease, and lack of food, the Pilgrims were able to harvest crops successfully. To celebrate this bountiful harvest, they invited the Wampanoag, who taught them how to cultivate the land and provided them with food. The celebration lasted for 3 days, filled with food, dancing, and games, but it wasn't quite the Thanksgiving we know today. It was more of a Thanksgiving feast than a formalized holiday. The days of prayer and fasting. While the first Thanksgiving was an important event, the idea of a Thanksgiving Day didn't really take hold in the United States right away. For many years, different colonies and states observed days of Thanksgiving, but these were typically religious observances rather than national events. Early Thanksgivings were times of prayer, fasting, and reflection, meant to thank God for good harvests, military victories, or other blessings. These observances were not held on a fixed date, and the celebration was often a local affair rather than a nationwide observance. George Washington's Proclamation. The idea of a national Thanksgiving Day gained traction in 1789, when President George Washington issued the first presidential Thanksgiving proclamation. Washington declared November 26, 1789, a day of public thanksgiving and prayer to give thanks for the establishment of the new American government. However, this was more of a religious observance rather than a feast, and it did not become an annual tradition. Following Washington's proclamation, Thanksgiving was observed sporadically, and various presidents and states issued their own proclamations of thanks. Sarah Josepha hailing the push for a national holiday. It wasn't until the mid-19th century that Thanksgiving started to take the form we recognize today. In the 1840s, a widowed mother and editor, Sarah Josepha Hale, launched an extensive campaign to make Thanksgiving a national holiday. Hale, best known for writing the nursery rhyme Mary Had a Little Lamb, used her platform as the editor of the influential magazine Godey's Lady's Book to write letters to presidents and other government officials urging them to declare a national Thanksgiving Day. She argued that a holiday of national unity and gratitude could help to bring the country together, especially during a time of growing division and tension leading up to the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln's Proclamation. Finally, in 1863, during the midst of the Civil War, President Abraham Lincoln responded to Sarah Hale's persistent campaign by declaring Thanksgiving a national holiday. Lincoln issued a proclamation on October 3, 1863, which set the official date for Thanksgiving to be the last Thursday in November. His proclamation was a call for national reconciliation, urging the country to give thanks for the blessings of the year. Despite the ongoing conflict, Lincoln's decision to establish Thanksgiving as a national holiday was part of a larger effort to heal the divisions caused by the war and unite the country under a shared sense of gratitude and hope. Thanksgiving becomes a fixed holiday. For many years after Lincoln's proclamation, Thanksgiving was celebrated on the last Thursday in November, but it wasn't until the 1930s that the holiday became firmly fixed on the calendar. In 1939, President Franklin D. Roosevelt moved Thanksgiving up by a week to the third Thursday in November, hoping to extend the holiday shopping season and boost the economy during the Great Depression. This decision was met with widespread resistance, as many Americans were used to the traditional last Thursday in November. After much debate, Congress passed a law in 1941 officially setting Thanksgiving as the fourth Thursday in November, where it remains today. Thanksgiving traditions. Over the years, Thanksgiving has evolved into a holiday centered around family gatherings, sharing a meal, and giving thanks. The meal traditionally includes turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, cranberry sauce, and pumpkin pie, among other dishes. The holiday has also become closely tied to parades, football games, and a season of holiday shopping. While the ways in which Thanksgiving is celebrated may vary from family to family, the core idea of taking time to reflect on one's blessings remains at the heart of the holiday. Conclusion: Thanksgiving has come a long way from its origins in 1621. From a simple harvest celebration to a national holiday declared by Abraham Lincoln, Thanksgiving has evolved into an occasion that brings families and communities together every year. The holiday has deep roots in American history, and its journey from a regional feast to a national day of gratitude is a testament to the importance of unity and reflection in American culture. So, as you gather with family and friends to celebrate this beloved tradition, remember the history behind the holiday and the reasons we come together to give thanks.